Hey guys, how's it going? It's Flat Earth Sage. I'm over here at the farm right now. Um, and just wanted to go ahead and show you guys the progress that I've made and some of the methods that I've implemented for those of y'all interested in gardening. So this is my setup. Not a whole lot just yet, but it's just me and one other person, so stuff takes time, but here we go. What we got here is some spinach down here. There's some more there. And we even got some mushrooms under there, which is good. Mushrooms are an indication of good soil health right there. And this, a dill here. And there's another dill over there. And all these things that you see all scattered up there, that's all red Russian kale. It's all doing quite nice so far. And we got a green bean plant right there. I planted a lot more, but I think the seeds that I got were bad because I only had a 10% germination rate. Which happens. That sort of things happen sometimes. So we got that there. And we got a couple more dill here. Dill plant there. And a dill plant here. And then we got right here, these are my peas right here. As you can see, they definitely need a trellis, or they definitely need support. I'm hoping I wish it would just reach its tendrils over here and try to attach, but still a little too short. But this is nice because originally I had planted this beautiful row of spring mix lettuce all down here, and it was all nice and lush and beautiful. And then because I didn't have this thing here set up, some rodents or birds or something came and just obliterated all of it in the span of one night. So I got that protected right now. I'm going to be obviously experimenting with a method where I'm gonna have a much larger section and plant like quadruple the amount of plants that I have currently here, and just grow them out on an earth bed and see how it does. Because I think the issue why this got eaten so quickly is because I didn't have enough planted here. But I think that I was told that if I plant a large enough amount of crops, that that should swiftly cut back on the pest damage. So, but right now, you can see all the red Russian kale's looking great. And the dill is looking fantastic. And for those of you who don't know, dill, the scent of dill actually helps to deter a lot of rodents and pests, because the smell to them is so strong that it just overwhelms them. They don't like it. And also, I think that if they eat it, it's poisonous to them too. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, this bed is looking very nice. And let's come over here to the larger bed. This right here, this is my passion vine. As you can see, it's taken it a while, but it's finally done what I want it to do and crawl all around the hardware cloth. I had some Egyptian spinach, but either that's died out already or it's about to come back as the temperature warms up, because it's more of a summer loving crop. Oh, hello. This is Kelly. Hi, Kelly. She's a sweetheart. So yeah, I got this passion vine here growing. The Egyptian spinach might come back probably around mid-spring, maybe. We'll see. And you'll notice here I got all these orange peels around. And the hope is that over time, it's going to take a while, as the material for these orange peels are going to take some time, quite a bit of time to decay and break down. But after they break down, should add to the soil, help to add to the soil biology. I made a video on this already, if I'm not mistaken, but how I set this bed up is I had some straw, and I set the straw all along the middle of the bed. So it kind of helps to act like a sponge almost. And over time, that's going to help to break down into the soil too and help feed that soil back, that soil biology. And so that's why I have those orange peels down there. If you have any like scraps like this, pretty much all these orange peels actually came from oranges from my tree that I've been eating away at those oranges. I had oranges for weeks and weeks. And I figured instead of tossing them, it would probably be better to save them and just toss them in my garden bed. So that's what we got going on there. And over here, we have some arugula. Now this got eaten a little bit by some pests too, but I sprayed a little bit. I got some hot pepper spray and I sprayed a little bit on them. And I think the rodents ate at it once, and it got them really sick to the point where they've pretty much given up on this. So this is basically growing unimpeded now. And right here, this right here is making a rebound as the temperatures are warming up. But this is Chiltepin pepper. The small pepper, they produce small peppercorn sized peppers, and they're really, really spicy. And this is, and believe it or not, for those of you who may or may not be interested, this is the only native pepper to the US. And we go over here. This right here, you just barely see it really, but those little grass-like things right there, those are my bunching onions. There's a couple here that are starting to sprout up. They're a little bit slower to sprout up because the temperatures aren't quite warm enough yet, but they're getting close. So we got a few of those coming up, which is great. And I also think this year might be the year I get some passion fruit. We'll see. And the next one here, this is my fig. And let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. You can see it's just starting to break dormancy now. About to throw up its first set of leaves for the year. And what I had here is basically, I had this growing in a pot for a while, and I finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try to plant this in ground so we can hopefully get it growing big and lush and producing lots of fruits. So what I did is I took it out of its pot. I built a hole, maybe about about 2 times the size. Well, probably about 1 to 1.5 times the size of the pot. And that's how big I dug the hole. And then I backfilled it with some soil that wasn't being used for my home garden, and just filled it around it. And then I added a cow manure to the top of it and filled it up real nicely on the top. And so yeah, now I got that in, and hopefully this is gonna grow nice. And probably it's a dwarf, so it'll probably get about 4 feet tall. But yeah, I can't wait to see how well this tree does. And also, I got a couple apple trees coming here soon, and we're gonna be planting them somewhere over here. I might have to maybe cut down a couple shrubs. We'll see. But the last one I want to show you guys is the tomato patch. Now, I don't actually own the property. I'm kind of like borrowing the land, I guess you could say. So I do not live on the property. There's a kind woman that let me use the land to be able to grow whatever I want on this 1/2 acre plot. And I'm indeed very grateful to be able to do this. But let me show you what we got going on here. Now, this structure was already here before I arrived, but I tilled up some of the soil, amended it a little bit, and as you can see, there's a bunch of food scraps here. But this is the tomato patch. Now let's come in here close and take a look. And I planted a bunch of these things. You can see we got a couple there sprouting up. Let's see what else we got going on her. That's one over there, might be. And over here, there's a couple there. And this is very early. We had rain last night, so I think there's a couple there. I think that's why they've started to sprout up already. And there's another one. I think there's one here. There's a couple here. Some of the scraps are over top of them, but that's okay. I planted enough seeds that you know, it should all be fine there. But we got pretty much all this food scraps, and this is kind of like a food scrap garden, I guess you could say. So we're gonna go ahead and let that rip and give that a shot. So far, that's what I got going on. Like I said, a lot more to come here. Eventually, this whole half an acre plot should be filled with fields and crops. You got a hole in the hose. So yeah, guys, that's what I got going on so far. And this thing right here, this chest, I think I forgot to mention this. This is something that I made. Very proud of it. So now whenever I need to water it, I can just open or close it. There is a little bit of warping on here, so I do have to have this bag in the corner for the time being, just to keep it down. But yeah, that's my progress here so far. And as soon as I get the other apple tree, we should I'll be able to make a video on transplanting apple trees in ground. So look forward to that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and water these plants and head on out of here. So until next time, guys, peace out.